Hi, I'm Rachel from Parenting Central, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use your Moby Move carrier for your newborn and also for your older baby in a forward-facing and a hip carry position. If you'd like to see my full review, I will pop a link to it in the description. So the first thing I would recommend doing with any new baby carrier is just actually pick up your baby first and make a mental note of where it is on your body that you're holding them. So your baby's little newborn legs will come up like this. You'll snuggle them up nice and close. This is how most parents are going to hold their baby. So what I want you to do is just make a mental note of where on your body their butt comes to. So right here. So if I were to take my baby away, this is where I want the bottom of my baby's butt to be. So keep that in mind when you pick up your carrier. So I'm just going to start with it on my back, just so I can see what I'm doing with the buckles at the front. I'm going to bring that lumbar support around to the front. I'm going to take this buckle through the safety loop, pull the strap all the way over, and then buckle it up. Now I like to then swing it around to the front, and I'm going to position it quite high on my body. And then I'm going to pull those tabs to tighten. So the trick with that as well, with any baby carrier really, is don't just pull randomly because you're not going to get it where you want it to be. Lift the carrier up to where you want it to be. Lift it to where your baby's bottom would be when you're holding them. So position it with one hand holding onto it and then tighten it up. That's going to get it exactly where you want it to be without it slipping up or down. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a very, very easy way of putting a carrier on. It's called the t-shirt method. So these buckles right here on the shoulder straps, they end up in the middle of your back. So you might, and I do have the flexibility and the dexterity to reach up and over and buckle them up over my head. However, a lot of people do struggle with that early on. So I'd recommend practicing with this way. And then as you get more comfortable carrying your baby, then you can just do it up at the back if you want to. So the first thing I would do though, is just do up that buckle. So it's already done and you don't have to worry about it. So the next thing is I'm going to pick up the baby. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have a cuddle with your baby. You're going to bring them up against your body. See, Bobby is nice and close to me. I'm not holding baby out here. I'm not trying to put baby in and then tighten them to me. I'm just going to have a cuddle first. And so if you've brought that panel up as high as you need it to, you should be able to basically see how that's baby's butt and they're sitting straight onto the carrier and their head is close enough to kiss. So this is the position that I want. If baby was too low, I don't want baby down here and I don't want baby up here, okay? I want to be able to just position Bubba right on the top of that waistband. So with one hand on Bubba, nice and secure, you're going to lift up that panel up to the back. Okay, and now I'm going to swap hands. I'm going to pull this hand out. This hand is supporting my baby, and then I'm going to grab that buckle that ends up over your back, and I'm just going to slide it up and over my head. And as I do, I'm just going to slide my arms through. And that's really it. I'm in it. It's done. All I have to do is tighten. So keep a hand on the baby until you've got it tightened. So now we're coming to a feature that I love about this. Is there's a buckle at the back and there's a buckle at the front. So some people will prefer to tighten it from the front because you feel a little bit more in control. You've got one hand on the baby. You can tighten it like that. I don't find that's a natural movement, but it's very easy to explain. You can see it. You can see the buckle yourself. Like, it's a really easy way to learn how to use it. Personally, I find it easier to reach behind me, grab that and then pull forward. I feel that's a stronger movement for me. Okay, and I'm in, that's it. The whole thing is actually on now. It's tightened, it's secured, it's ready to go. But I wanted to show you those buckles because I really love that it's adjustable between, like, depending on what you find easier, just do that. Taking it off, you basically just reverse the process. You're gonna loosen those straps off first. So I will admit that when you do it this way, you do have to do a bit of a chicken wing with your arm to pull up on that buckle there and then pull that fabric through. So some people just don't maybe have that flexibility as well, but whatever works best for you. Otherwise, you're just gonna lift on that and pull that through. So that's why a lot of people do prefer to use the buckle at the front, but totally up to you. Then with one hand on your baby, you're just gonna reach up, grab onto here. You don't have to get to the buckle, you can just grab onto a shoulder strap and then just pull that over your head and off you go. And that's it. That's basically how you take it off. So the other thing I love about the Moby Move is you also have the option of crossing over the straps at the back, which I think works really, really well for parents with very petite shoulders or sloping shoulders. If you're just not feeling like you've got enough support, then crossing it over might feel more comfortable. So it's also a good idea to try both ways when you first get it and just see which one works best for you. So to cross over the straps, what you're just going to do is you're going to undo this buckle from the front. So squeeze and push. So it's a child-proof buckle given that it's within reach of the baby, but it's really easy to do as well. It's just a button and a squeeze. So take that one out, swap them around, push and squeeze and slip it through. All right, so I'm going to pick up the baby. So same as before, just coming in for a nice close cuddle with your baby, then lift up the panel. So this is where it's going to get a little bit different. I'm going to hold on to baby with this hand. When I take this strap over the back, I'm going to reach it over. I'm going to swap hands, grab that strap, and then bring it around and try not to tangle it on its way around. And then just through that buckle. So you still don't take your hands off your baby this whole time, which is really lovely as well. So same on the other side. I'm just going to take that over. I'm going to swap hands. I'm going to reach around. I'm going to bring that over here through the safety loop, buckle it up, and then tighten. So the next thing you might want to do is just give that a little tug down, just so it's spreading out those straps, and then give it a little tighten. And so as you can see, it does bring it a little bit closer into my neck. But if you were very petite in the shoulders, or as I said, sloping, if you were just feeling like it wasn't staying on you comfortably, then maybe crossing it over will give you the support that you're looking for. Okay, so to set your carrier up for forward facing with your older baby, so your baby will be around 6 months old when you are ready to do forward facing, the first thing you're going to do is actually take the Velcro back into the center position where you would have had it for your newborn. So it does make the panel narrower, so it allows space for their legs to come through. Presumably you're also going to position it lower on your body than you did with a newborn because your 6-month-old baby is a little bit taller. However, I only have a newborn sized doll, so I will have it a little bit higher on my body, but please note that you are not going to be doing forward facing with a baby this size. So what you're going to do is just pick up your baby and you're just going to hold them forward facing and ready to go. And again, nice and close to your body. You're not having them pulled away from you and then trying to pull them up into your body. You're going to cuddle them nice and close. So you're going to more or less do the same thing, except for baby is forward facing. So you're going to bring the panel up between their knees. You're going to support them at the chest with your hand here. Just make sure that the straps aren't tangled in their feet. That's probably the only step that is different. It's just making sure that their legs aren't in the way. Then just grab hold of that buckle, pull it over your head, pop your arms through, and there you go. You're all in, and then you're just going to tighten it up. So it really is just the same procedure. It's just the only thing is it's just getting that waistband ready to go for forward facing. So the other thing that I would do for forward facing is just see how this doll, and it's a little tricky, obviously the doll is a bit too small and it also doesn't have any weight. So what you're going to want to do with your real baby though is just pop your hands between you and the baby. So in this space here, you're going to pop your hands underneath baby's butt. You're going to cup baby's bottom and you're going to use a kind of a cupping motion like this to sit baby deep down into the carrier so that their butt is sitting on that supportive panel just here. Their knees are then going to come up and you're actually going to continue to do that M positioning even though they're forward facing. So they're still in that very supported and very healthy for their hips positioning. You can tell that this baby is too small. See, if they're sitting nice and deep into the carrier, they don't fit, which is why, again, you really do want to make sure your baby is tall enough and old enough so that when their chin is out and over the top of the panel, their butt is also nice and deep into it. So just please keep that one in mind. So the hip carry is a little bit tricky to get to. I'm going to take you hopefully through this process slowly enough that it makes sense to you. I think hip carrying is great, but it's a very specific moment in time that you're going to want to carry them and be hands-free. So it's carrying them on your hip, I should say, while hands-free. You're more likely going to be doing this around the house or maybe at, the zoo or something, where you're going to want to be both facing in the same direction but also be able to make eye contact. However, it's not the most comfortable carrying position for long periods of time. So to set your carrier up for a hip carry, obviously you're going to have a bigger baby, so it's going to be on a wider position than that newborn setting. You're also going to want to undo all of these straps. So you're going to undo the shoulder strap on this side, undo the shoulder strap on that side, and then I'll show you what it should all look like when they're both undone. So basically, you want your carry to be completely loose. So again, I put it on at my back just so I can see what I'm doing with the buckles. Through the safety loop, buckle it up. So you're going to start with it on whichever hip it is that you're going to want to lift your baby up and onto. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this padded side that's at the front, so the front side of you. You're going to follow this strap all the way to the buckle and you're going to loosen it off. So you're going to go in front of you all the way along to the buckle. Oh, try not to drop it. And then you're going to take that across to the buckle that's behind you. So it's going to go across this way. It's going to go through the safety loop and you're going to buckle it up. All right. So what you've done is made a sling. It'll make a lot of sense that you've done it right when you pop it over and the cushion goes across your chest and over your shoulder, and you can already see there is a nice big space to pop your baby. I'm not going to show it to you with the small doll in it though. It just looks completely wrong. So we're just going to imagine a big baby in there right now. Then what you're going to do is you're going to reach around behind you. You're going to grab a hold of the shoulder strap from that side. You're going to bring that around through the middle of your back. So it's actually going to give you some nice back support there, some lumbar support there. You're going to take that buckle. You're going to bring it through that loop there. You're also using this arm now to support your baby and buckling it up there and then pull to tighten. So what you end up with is a sling across your body. And as I said, it's going to be not the most comfortable position. It's not going to, obviously, it doesn't distribute the weight evenly across your body, but it does allow you to have your baby see forward and then also be able to make eye contact with you. So it might not be a carry that you do every day, but if your baby is very unsettled, but you're maybe needing to clean or cook or get something done, and you don't want them on the front, you want them to the side, but they're not tolerating being on the back, this is a very nice compromise with your baby if, it gets stuff done, or because it's really nice to just have baby as you're wandering around, as I said, a zoo or an event, or if you're just wanting to talk to baby and show them things, while also having them a little bit hands-free. So that's the hip carry. So if you have any questions about the Moby Move or any other parenting products, please let me know and I will get back to you. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe to our social media channels for more parenting product reviews. Have a great day. Bye.